What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sisko and Mike. It's the end of the world as we know it. Natural disasters, Bigfoot caught on camera, the diddler running wild in Hollywood. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, Mike, and it's a weird ass time. It is October. They say the freaky shit happens in October, Halloween season, but I think it's getting a little out of hand.
Yeah, well, first I want to say, I know you kind of started, kind of hippie hype. We want to say, our prayers to all the families affected by the hurricanes, because that is nothing to joke around with.
Yeah.
So prayers to all the families affected. I know there's another hurricane coming. It is hurricane season, unfortunately. And so those of you that live in those areas, just be safe. We've had some shit happen here too.
Actually,
earthquakes.
I just have a little thing to say about the hurricanes.
What's up?
I actually just barely missed the hurricane in Florida.
You were out there?
No, when I was going to the Wisconsin, I had to fly to Atlanta first.
Oh.
So Atlanta, when I originally arrived, it was already pouring rain. So the winds were like at 15 miles per hour, something like that. So as soon as we left, the pilot told us, "Hey, we just missed it. They're just about to suspend all flights."
So it was a layover over there?
Yeah, it was a layover over there.
Yeah, so you would have been stuck in Atlanta.
I would have been stuck in Atlanta, and yeah, there's nobody to.
What happens in airports? Do you know? Like, what happens when there's like a hurricane like that?
I have no idea. So one thing I did realize that in a lot of these Midwest states and airports, they have like shelter in place. They have shelters.
They get you away from all the windows. And
Yeah,
everything.
so they have like underground shelters and bunkers and things like that. So I'm assuming that's what it is. I'm assuming that's what I probably would have to do.
Hey, speaking of, I mean, I don't know if we talked about this before, but they say the Denver International Airport has a bunch of bunkers, bro.
The Denver International Airport is known for, it has its conspiracies.
Yep.
It's a huge airport. I don't know if you've ever looked
Never
into
been
it or
there.
anything like
No,
that.
I've read up on it and seen stuff on it, but yeah, it's a big conspiracy thing.
Yeah, so the Masons are part of it. There's like Masonic symbols everywhere, and then supposedly, like when the New World Order comes, that's where the fucking big heads are gonna lead into and meet up. I don't fucking know that.
When the center of the airport, they have like a Egypt like reimagined thing where they have like statues and an
statues and
Egyptian
stuff.
thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe
been
it's one
there?
of those things. Yeah, a lot of my layovers are.
I heard,
in Denver.
other people say that been there. Say it's fucking creepy.
No, I've
Huh?
never
Like,
got
like
anything
eerie?
creepy about it.
Yeah, like
Like aura
trippy.
or
Like seeing everything and shit.
colors. I've never been.
I've never been to it either. I'm not scared of airports.
Maybe because Mile High City and you're like all fucking.
Is it true though? Like when you're like in a high elevation city that fucks with your brain functions and all that,
Oxygen level.
oxygen level.
But anyways, I want to get into it. I know that we've had a lot of, besides the hurricane, California,
earthquakes, fool.
California has been like back on the hot spot and shit
Bro,
with
yeah,
earthquakes like
fires,
crazy.
And fires.
earthquakes, and we had like a ring of fire, huh?
Yeah,
From the San Gabriel Valley all the way to
San Bernardino,
Bernardino.
in an
San
empire. Yeah.
Bernardino, and up north too.
yeah. The first fire they shut down the schools, and then we just had another one last week. They didn't
It
shut
was
down the
right
schools.
behind it.
Right
behind the
but all
same-
the ash was coming in. It was fucking down to us.
Is that actually still going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they just pretty much just stopped talking about it in the news and
Well, because it didn't spread as much as
they contained
as
it.
the old one. This is a new fire, but it's like on the other side of the mountain.
Wow. Well, anyways, I don't know, but like even today this morning we had an earthquake. It was a
I didn't fucking feel it.
It was
I
a
didn't-
4 point something in Ontario,
I
and
didn't feel that.
you didn't.
I'm in
That-
Fontana. I didn't feel shit.
Yeah, you guys are literally near the epicenter of the whole thing.
I was knocked out. Fool.
That shit woke me up, and I don't know, but it's been consistent. And then I don't know if you guys have seen like this guy on TikTok and social media that he came to California from, I forgot what state. He came over, and he had a vision of California having its biggest quake ever and it going under or whatever.
So
he
underwater?
Yeah, because of a tsunami.
So that
Because
because
of-
back.
because of San Andreas.
What is that here?
So,
dog?
yeah, so
He
he-
was in fucking go back to where he came from.
Yeah,
dog.
He literally said he came here and started warning people in the street. He was warning people to leave California, leave California. So, I mean, I don't know. Like scientifically speaking, all these earthquakes are a good thing.
Right,
because-
because they're little ones. They're not massive
Yeah,
ones.
I mean, it's been a 4 point something and nothing too major. But what it's doing, it's releasing pressure.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's exactly what we want. We want it to be releasing tension and pressure.
There's been a lot of little ones.
Yeah.
A lot of little ones.
But I mean, we went through a drought. A drought. I don't want to say it like that.
This is
But
earthquake season.
yeah, but we went through a phase where we didn't have earthquakes for years. It felt like
That's just the most scary part. When you don't have something for a long time, and everybody always says the big one's coming, the big one's coming, and you're like, fuck. Every time it trembles, you don't know if it's gonna be the big one or not because we don't have the. I guess with hurricanes, you could track them, right?
Yeah.
And you could track the how big it gets and all that bullshit. But with earthquakes, how do you really track if this was a big one or not? Fool, it's enough that we have to worry about fucking ghosts this month. And look at the shit we're talking about, and I didn't even know ghosts, bro. That's fucking just natural
It's not
shit.
paranormal,
Hey,
natural
but
shit, right?
it's the end of the world, dog. But I will just to touch on it before we move on. I think one of the scariest things is that I don't do anything when an earthquake happens anymore.
What are you supposed to do?
Literally this morning, I just oh shit, it's an earthquake.
Let it
You
rock.
don't stand by the fucking the little.
No, I don't.
Railway
The,
and
the other
shit?
ones that have happened, literally doing something. I just continue doing what I'm doing.
Hey, Sisko was laying there like that song for Rock the Boat.
Well, I go underneath the table with.
No mames, güey.
Hug the chair.
Do you still do? Do you
Nah,
like? Do you even react though?
No, I look at my kids. When I'm with my kids, I look at them. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to see their reaction because I know fear could fuck with your head, and they've never been through something big like us. Like
Well,
we
we
went through
experienced Northridge.
the Northridge. You know what I'm saying? So that fucked me up.
So
So
that was a big earthquake.
exactly.
But how long did it last?
It don't matter. Fool. I
No,
was.
no, but I'm just saying, like, how long
What was
did
that? 94.
Yeah,
But how,
94 was
but how long?
94.
Like, how
94?
long was that earthquake?
I think it lasted like
6 seconds, 7 seconds.
no, it was pretty
Was it-
pretty long.
Yeah, it was
that one was
intense.
pretty long because it did a lot of major damage. I got
Yeah.
to see like a lot of
Well,
it.
the Northridge Freeway would collapse.
Yeah.
And some buildings were fucking falling apart.
Well, think about it. We go to 6th Street Bridge, right? That shit. The reason they revamped it was because of the same thing. Because it was an earthquake. Like the structure, a major earthquake fucking happened,
As that thing-
and that was going down. Full.
that bridge was old, bro.
Por eso te
It
digo.
was old.
And how many structures in California are not that old? Where you're like, you could be on it, fool. Te caes, güey. Or edificios, güey. You know what I'm saying? That's the scary part, fool. Being out and about, and then something happening, and you have no control over it. You know?
Yeah. Like I said, it's just a weird time. There's a lot of things going on, and honestly, it is a little scary because, dog, I don't know. Like literally, we can't keep going on with like the things that are going on. Like natural disasters are becoming more current. Even the weather's fucking ridiculous.
Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question.
really, it's
'cause-
crazy.
Yeah, we talked about this before. Climate change, right? Climate change.
Yeah.
There's certain things that affect. Well, the shit that we do to our world, our Earth,
Oh yeah, of course.
affects it, right? Is it the same for earthquakes? Like drilling, all the drilling.
You know, I think it is, bro. I think
You
it
think
is
so?
because you're pulling out oil, you're pulling out natural resources.
So shit starts to like.
Shift,
Gotcha.
pressure.
Well, have you seen what's going on in Rancho Palos Verdes?
No.
Oh,
So-
the roads are.
The earth there has been moving.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So it's literally shifted. I think I believe now it's like at 2 feet
yeah.
where the earth has shifted. So that shift has caused roads, houses to fall like and be all out of
Yeah.
whack. So if you look it up, like literally, if you look up, you can see like the roads are all messed up. So it's literally the ground's moving over each other.
Bro, they
So-
even moved the I think I want to say like the sewer lines.
Well-
It's above ground now.
Well, Edison removed power from so those people currently don't have any power
Mhm.
and don't have any gas.
Mhm.
The reasons being that because it's shifting, they don't want it to something to happen and pop in and an accident to happen.
Gotcha.
So that whole area where it's $1 million homes right now, and the people are complaining because it's like they're losing their homes and their value, but it's like the earth has been shifting in that sense.
Well, that's what happened in Long Beach with Sunken City. You ever been there?
No.
What?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's
There's
a
actually
spot-
called Sunken City.
it's called Sunken City, and it's basically on the cliffs. And you ever heard of the Korean Bell?
No.
It's a Korean friendship bell that they have in Long Beach. It's a big ass bell that was given by the Koreans, I think. Anyways, I used to go take photos there, and there's a park at the edge of the street, but there's está cerrado way. There's cliffs. They're called Sunken City, and todas las cliffs, las piedras, and those remnants of whatever houses were there. There's no houses anymore, no structures, just like the concrete, the base or whatever, right? They're all tagged up. I like graffiti. So they're all tagged up. It looks fucking sick. People go there, they sneak under, and then go on dates. And if you really have balls, you literally climb down the little hill all the way to the bottom of the ocean. And then when there's low tide, you can literally walk up into las piedras. It's beautiful. I've taken pictures there. Anyways, that was a city that se cayó también por los earthquakes. So
And so this place probably haunted?
we haven't talked about haunted shit right now. We're talking about disasters, fool.
I know, but I'm just
Natural disaster.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to keep
it could be. I don't know. I don't know if people died. I just know we were talking about natural disasters. You were talking about Palos Verdes. How it's happening, and I said it's happened in Sunken City before.
I know, but I would imagine like some things like that. People
Yeah, of
have.
course.
I mean, even the tides. Like if the tide changes and it goes up and down, like
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. It's like people with tornadoes. People live in tornado city or tornado country, right? Which is like the Midwest most of the time. And they know they're in a fucking path of tornadoes, and they still, how many people haven't decided to stay there and then pass away? Why? Because terques, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, right? People I would never live in hurricane cities because if you're constantly getting hit by hurricanes, even if you don't pass away or nothing bad happens to you or your family, you're still gonna have to reconstruct all the time.
Yeah, you're
Why would I
constantly
want to fucking
rebuilding.
put that?
and they don't offer hurricane insurance anymore.
They don't.
No,
Serious.
I swear. So
That's
it's
crazy.
like California. You know that you have to pay extra for
Earthquake
earthquake
insurance.
insurance.
That's a separate insurance.
It's a whole separate thing. So I think they know something. Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They know
I believe
something.
that. I believe that the higher powers know what's going on.
What do you mean by that? What do you like?
Like they know something's gonna happen or something's coming. You know what I mean? Because
Like the government, right? That's
yeah,
true.
government or the Masons or whatever. Like there's a group,
The Illuminati.
whatever you want to call them.
I don't. I don't really necessarily think it's that. I think that's. It would be too difficult to control groups like that and control everybody's voice. Especially now that people are just so
many people with power.
so adamant to just like share or flex the power that they have or the knowledge that they have, that to keep so many people quiet, it's too difficult. What I do think is that they do have like heads up on things, like they may know things, but because the public will react a certain way, they don't tell us
Exactly.
the whole thing. So it might be a situation like that, but I don't think that the world is still like all this Masons and they know that the
Okay, so like you were talking earlier when we were gonna talk about the diddler. Is that a distraction?
well, I'll get to that.
What's going with all that? Like is like the whole story of that, is that a distraction for what's really going on behind the scenes, or other shit just popping off?
I'm gonna get to that because that is a scary thing too, and the theme is kind of scary, right? So you know the whole thing with the Diddy thing, right? The diddler.
I know some stuff. I don't know. I try not to read too much into it because, like I said, I think it's like a distraction for more shit that's going on. Especially like we got fucking, what is it, election year?
Election, yeah.
There's all kinds of shit going on, bro. But everybody's talking about fucking Diddy and baby oils and fucking all kinds of shit that's been going on. You know what I mean? So I think it's more like a distraction. So I try not to pay too much mind to it.
Well, I think actually I kind of disagree because I feel like the whole Diddy thing happened like in March or April originally.
Yeah, but it's an election year.
Yeah, but I mean, people still got to do investigations. It's not like this just happened naturally. If it happened in October, I mean in April or March, whenever the investigation occurred and they discovered a bunch of things, right? Just the way they raided his houses says that they wanted to get anything without anybody tampering it. But I think the bigger thing is that a lot of people were connected to this, and now that you start seeing like a lot of these pre-recorded from back in the days, who throws parties like Diddy? Nobody. There's nothing like a Diddy
white party.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So things like that, and then also the fact that the mayor of New York, I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
He recently got indicted for a bunch of crimes. So
Did he?
so he took away the key to the city from Diddy, but there's all kinds of things, and just the way,
Didn't he give it to him?
huh?
Yeah,
He's the one that gave it to him
he
too,
did.
right? Yeah.
So just a lot of things like that, and then you start connecting the dots. So I mean, like I said, in anything you can always go off the trail and tie things together, right? Like the whole Diddy thing with his ex-wife Kim Porter and Brittany Snow. Now Ashton Kutcher's coming out being super tight with Diddy, right?
Yeah, but they say they're not gonna indict him or they're not gonna investigate him.
Well, I don't think
That part I
it.
didn't know.
I don't think that's true because I think they're just saying that to hold it off. But he used to be with Brittany Snow. Brittany Snow died of not of an overdose. She died with
Ashton?
no Brittany
Brittany Snow.
Brittany Snow.
Yeah, who was with her?
Ashton Kutcher. So she died of pneumonia, water in her lungs, right? And then the guy that knew her that took over the apartment died of pneumonia, water in the lungs. So there's a lot of you know what I'm saying? Like you could tie it to a lot of things. The coroner that inspected both bodies was the same coroner for Diddy's ex and then for Brittany Snow. And then Ashton Kutcher doing his whole thing. Remember when he sat in front of Congress or he sat inside of the court and he was saying he started like this whole trafficking movement? Was it a cover up or did he use that to maybe feed girls or kids or people to the parties?
That's crazy.
Crazy.
But of course,
But there's more to that too because there's a lady that used to work with Diddy, and she came out saying that like everybody, the new people, like I think Heavy D was part of it, and he just died not that long ago too, right? So there's like people, there's a book, and she's saying like everyone that was tied in with Diddy is dying. You know what I mean? And like natural causes or whatever, like his wife, right? So she's talking about all that, like they're all dying. Like, why do you think they're all dying?
Yeah.
Do you think they're just dying on purpose?
But
or, like,
okay, but
actually?
let's look into it for reals, dog. Like sticking to the Diddy thing, right? Do you think he was obviously the head of that shit, right? But I believe there's somebody
Head of what?
above that,
The head of what?
of whatever the fuck he was doing.
Okay, do you think he was tied into like the whole Epstein Island shit?
I think they're all connected somehow. Like you don't have powerful men and women.
Of course.
You don't have them they don't exist in the world without having some type of connection. They gotta meet up somewhere. Whether you're in business for whatever. It's like I saw the interview with was it Mark Cuban? And he was talking about like, yeah, I knew Diddy, but I never fucked with his parties. Like I went to a couple of his parties where it wasn't like that. And he's like, I didn't fuck with his music. He did some shit with him, I guess, in his team, some Jersey shit. But at the end of the day, fool, everybody that has feria knows each other. You know, at the end of the day, like we can't say no.
Yeah, they all mingle.
Exactly. They're all in the same space.
I think that's the scary part of all of this, fool. That who knows where it stops, who knows where it started.
Begins, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not Diddy. It's not gonna end there.
Yeah, no, it's not.
But did it start there?
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Actually, no, because there's
I don't know it didn't. But
there's this other thing where the guy that I forgot his name, Clive Davis, one of the biggest music moguls.
Yeah.
Right? Supposedly he's the one that did it before and originally, and then Hugh Hefner had that reputation because you got to remember the Playboy parties were like supposedly these big old things
Exclusive,
too, right?
yeah.
So what they said is that once Hugh Hefner died, that Diddy had to took over that role for Hollywood and for the music industry.
But let's be honest, fool. Let's go back to race. And I don't want to sound racist because I'm not. It's nothing to do with race. It has to do with facts. White people for the longest have controlled everything. Okay, whether you're European white, American white, or whatever the fuck you're at white. So why would somebody as big as Hugh Hefner, white guy, who controls that empire, hand it down to p.diddy, who's a black man?
You think he actually handed it down, or he just took over?
p.diddy took over?
Yeah, he just took
How?
over. What do you mean how? Someone had to step up.
Yeah, but you
Well,
think
it's not like
another white person's gonna let a black man
it's not
or
like
a
you're gonna-
Mexican or somebody fucking step up like that?
But it's not like you're gonna leave a will or a trust.
Of course
like,
not.
Okay, so someone has to step up and take over.
And I'm pretty sure, I like I said, I think somebody was above p.diddy. I don't think p.diddy was the main top of the chain. They're gonna throw him out there to feed him to the wolves, because somebody has to, como el Chapo way. Hey, feed him to the wolves. There's still somebody above him. That shit hasn't died. Traffic hasn't stopped. Guarantee you. Somebody's still supplying these. They're probably gonna be purple parties. I don't fucking know, dog.
Knowledge is power, dog.
Yep.
Knowledge is power, and you got to remember if you have knowledge, insider knowledge on people, you can leverage that all day.
You have a lot of control.
Yeah, people.
Yeah, but if you're restrained from knowledge, you have all the knowledge you want. If I keep your ass locked up, who are you gonna say to?
The whole thing to me is just wild, fool. Like all these things, like obviously when the video came out of him beating up Cassie, right? It was like
crazy.
a shocker, right? But then you start hearing all these stories, and to me, it's just like how so many people can know something
And not say shit.
and not speak out about it, and it's scary because, fool, like if this happens at that level, you know, at levels where it's not so in the public eye as much, how do we know it's not happening there too?
Like in minority groups? You know what I mean?
In minority groups and in like just smaller sections, you know, you look at, let's just say for example, like trucking stations are notorious for trafficking checkpoints, right?
Yeah.
To transfer people for things like that. So obviously, because it's a truck stop, it's not a high profile. You have a rapper, he's high profile, and he's obviously at the higher stage, so it's more eyes, right? But who knows what's going on at the lower levels too?
People have been talking about that shit for a while. Cat Williams has been talking about it for years.
Yeah.
One of his
But
stand-ups,
what
he's like,
happens?
while walking by, and you just see someone in a room, and you're like, the fuck? I gotta go that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what's gonna happen? Like you said, they're gonna turn a blind eye, because the moment you speak up,
Not necessarily. I think we're getting to the point now where it's like, well, honestly, I just want all those motherfuckers to fall.
Right?
All of them. I don't give a fuck if it's Jay-Z, Beyonce. I don't give a fuck whoever the fuck it is. Like, everybody needs to fall at this point. Allegedly. Allegedly Beyonce and Jay-Z. But I just hope that whoever's involved in these things just have falls too, because it's too much going on.
It's just crazy, bro. That's wild. That's too much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't read too much into it. I mean, I heard some stuff, like him, like Diddy having a tunnel from his house to the Playboy Mansion. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And in the tunnel, there's rooms. You know what I'm saying? There's one that's like a sauna. There's one that's like a torture chamber and shit. Like, that's fucking
Torture chamber.
Yeah. Well, dominatrix, torture
Yeah.
chamber. You know what I mean? Like,
Am I getting all excited over here?
Yeah, a torture
Even
chamber.
his voice changed.
Yeah.
Mames. No, I was gonna say, you know, it's funny because I've been watching Game of Thrones again,
Uh-huh.
and it's crazy how like you were talking about like the sex scandals and the sex, you know, fucking trafficking and all that shit, right? But if you think about it, and I know Game of Thrones is not real, okay, but brothels is one of the oldest professions or oldest establishments in the world, fool. Like, sex has always been a part of society. So when is it really gonna stop? You see what I'm saying? And I was watching Game of Thrones. The only reason I was saying it is because I was watching Game of Thrones, and even the kings were messing around in the brothels. They have fucking bastards. They have this, and it's like comparing them to Diddy, right? Diddy was a fucking high-profile person, millionaire, and Epstein and fucking Epstein, whatever the fuck his name is. Even Trump, fool. Even the Trumpers that don't want to believe that fucking Trump is a fucking pedophile, fool, or a fucking sex rapist, whatever the fuck his shit is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, you know, it brings a question. I had this discussion recently, but these people that have this much power, right? You know, Diddy, you see R. Kelly, people like that have fame, they have money. What do you think it is that like makes them do these things like that are so fucking out there? You know, do you think it's the power? You think it's the fact that they just get bored of being like having regular sex, that they need to like do all these things, or is it just because they have the power, they want to take advantage of it? What do you guys think?
So somebody said this, right? And I can't speak for them because I don't know what the fucking. Then you asked me for my opinion, but somebody said, "When a person kill, why do killers kill people?" Right? And I'm comparing it to that.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about why is it that they get bored from sex? They want to move to the next thing or whatever. Similar, right? When a person kills a person, let's say you're a hunter. You grow up being a hunter, right? You're a kid. You kill a rabbit, right? And they are like, oh shit, that was their price. They killed a rabbit. They move on to a bigger thing, a boar. And then eventually they become a man, right? And they go fucking bear hunting, right? It's a big ass animal, right? But what is the biggest hunt for somebody that likes to kill people? A person. Killing a human being is like a big hunt. And why do they continue to do it? Or why can they never go back to hunting a bear or anything else? Because the smartest animal on the planet is a human being. So if you get away with killing a human being, or if you can get away with it,
you're outsmarting them?
You're basically, it's a thrill. It's something that I think activates in the mind. I don't fucking know. I think the same thing with this. If they move on from, having sex normally with a regular girl or a man, and then they move on to something else that they got away with. And then they got something else that it's lewd and it got away
power.
with. Yeah, power. And it's also like satisfaction in their mind.
Satisfaction. I think it's
That's my theory.
What about you, Pierre?
I don't know. I mean, the more money you got, more problems.
I know. That's
You know what I'm saying?
saying.
So it's like you got money, bro. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're rich. Come on, bro. You telling me these people are clean? You know, some of these dudes are all coked up or trying some kind of whatever for ecstasy.
Well, the real drugs come with money, right?
Of course. So now you're on ecstasy. Have you ever been on ecstasy? I've never done ecstasy, but I know people that have, and they're like, bro, you just want to be touched, and if you feel when they touch you, it's like euphoric, and you just get a rise and shit. So come on. So now you're fucking around doing this shit, and then you're gonna go hook up with someone that's not doing drugs, and you're not getting the same rush, you're not getting the same feel. So now you're gonna go to something else. You know what I'm saying? So those are like one of my buddies likes to say, those are rich people problems. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but then you start thinking about like why do these fools have to drug these people? Like why do they lace them with like drugs?
I don't,
in order to knock them out, to be able to take advantage.
Well,
of them.
that's because obviously they're not willing. The other person, but I don't agree that I don't agree that all people are non-willing.
That's what I'm saying.
I
That's,
agree with that.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Some people are willing to do those shits,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when they feel ashamed, it's when they go, "Oh my god, I didn't." Because I honestly, fool, there's no way, fool, that you mean to tell me that Diddy or any of these motherfuckers were 100% taking advantage of everybody. They were abusing their power for sure, but the other end had some type of means, whether it was money, whether it was a lifestyle, whatever the fuck, fool. There was a couple people. I guarantee you, there's a couple people
They were
that
doing it for something in
there
return.
was something
Right.
and when it was done,
Then
oh my
then
God.
they felt ashamed and I can't believe I did that.
Well, a lot of the case, you know that he has now like over 130 something cases against him, or thousands. I don't know. Honestly, like track. But what was it? We're having some ghostly things happening.
Ghostly activity.
We've been having
Ghostly
some weird things
activity.
going on lately.
I
So
heard some click over there.
yeah, something's out there. But
did it go off?
No, something fell.
Oh shit!
Right? Or something moved, yeah.
but but just to go back then, see, I lost my train of thought. Oh,
1,000 cases you do.
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
a couple hundred.
So a lot of them, the people describe him telling that like the people, hey, if you want to be a model, I'll put you in my next making the band, I'll make you an artist, I'll do this. So he's using that leverage against people.
Right.
And some people really want things super bad, right?
Yeah.
So they're willing to do anything. I understand that
That's a
part of it.
choice.
Yeah, I understand that part of it, right? Like they're using that power, but like when you take advantage of like people that are unconscious or
That's a different story.
kids, and it's like, wait, what? Like, how are you going through with this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree. In those instances, that's fucked up. Like, you shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, fuck that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that those 100% of the cases.
Yeah. And honestly, I think we should have known, dog. All his music all the time, and even his thing, take that, take that, take that.
Take that,
You know
take
what I'm
that,
saying?
take that.
When he started saying shit like that, fool, we should have known something was fucking
Oh,
up. And
yeah.
shit.
What did he say? Like, you were more than my girl. We were like brothers.
No, that's the
fuck
other one,
that.
right? But hey, he was saying it, dog, out loud.
Well, that's the crazy thing that they said that Tupac and Biggie knew about his shit. That's why both of them got murdered.
Well, there's a joke about Biggie, and rest in peace, where they're saying like he wasn't cockeyed, fool. He just had to keep an eye on Diddy the whole fucking time. You know what I mean? He always had to have one eye on Diddy, dog, because he knew something was popping.
Hey, but one thing's for sure, dog. Those prison concerts about to be fucking lit, fool. You got R. Kelly and Diddy,
And
fool.
for R. Kelly's gonna be in the lunchroom waiting for Diddy, like right here, dog. I saved you a seat, my G. You know, fuck. Hey, the only one that got out was who? Fucking Bill Cosby. That was
Bill
that was
Cosby.
free.
Yeah.
Why?
They didn't have enough evidence, or they dismissed the case, some bullshit. But that fool, come on, dog. They don't call him Bill Cosby for no fucking
Yeah, that
reason,
fool was
dog.
popping people's fucking pills, dog.
That fool was all up in your Jello pudding, dog. You know what I mean?
But I do want to say something, fool, just before we obviously we're moving on already. But one of the things that I'm starting to read a book is called *Sapiens*. You know, a brief history of humankind.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So it talks about like the history of humankind, obviously from psychology to just biology and things like that. So you brought up the brothel thing, right? Like sex has been a thing even before, long before that.
Mhm.
But even before we had society, you know, we said it's a society thing. It really isn't. It's more of a biological thing.
Sex.
Yeah, sex. Obviously, it's embedded in our DNA that we need to procreate, right? So sex has always been a thing. And I think even now to this day, it's still part of who we are, and it still drives a lot of it. If you think about it, us as men especially, it's proven that our brains are a little different, and procreating and sex is on our minds a lot more than in women's.
You're really trying to like. Most men aren't trying to procreate.
Yeah, so
what I
that's
mean?
that's
They just want to practice.
there
You
you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
Whatever it is, but it is in our DNA. It is embedded. So maybe that's what I'm asking. Like, if it's these people that can have it so easily, you think that it's something wrong with their DNA in their head that they just fucking
Like psychologically,
like psychologically, yeah.
probably. I mean, you got. I mean, goes back to the whole like killing and shit, right? What was wrong with Jeffrey Dahmer?
Walked up in the head.
Do you know how he started killing?
No,
Little birds.
That fool started. Like he used to stuff animals.
okay.
Right. The first thing that he caught was I think it was like a squirrel or some shit. And what do they call it?
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy. So he practiced taxidermy, right? And then something happened where he just wasn't getting a thrill no more. So now he would go and he was gay, but he wasn't publicly gay. You know what I mean? So he would get these dudes and he'd get them back to his room. And once he
He
got
was
him,
stuffing them.
oh, he was stuffing,
He was stuffing him with some
he
other
was-
shit,
Yeah,
dog.
he was stuffing them, all right. But you know, he just when he had his way, it was like they were sleeping, and he just kind of like snapped out. Like,
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying?
He would imagine.
They were dead already.
Yeah. He would start thinking like that whole, oh shit, like I could kill this person.
Hey, did they ever catch that fucker?
Who,
Who?
Donner?
Chupacabras?
Nah, they never
Nah.
did. But I forgot I was gonna bring up a point for I keep hearing shit.
I know.
So I had a good point with talking about the whole Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
It's crazy
Fuck.
because this is a Halloween episode and we haven't talked shit about Halloween except we're hearing shit.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, fool, we've said Halloween is more than just spirits and ghouls and monsters and shit.
Real life monster shit.
Because there is fucking killers out there,
Yeah,
right?
like
And we've seen it.
murderers.
Jeffrey Dahmer was. We see these movies that are horror movies and they have like fucking serial killers and things like that. So this thing does happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but I mean, this shit is pretty scary. This whole Diddy thing.
But yeah, fool. I mean, like I said, it's fucking crazy, fool, because es como tú dijiste en otro episode. Tenemos que tenerle más miedo a los vivos que a los muertos, güey. And a lot of the vivos they're taking advantage of shit, you know? Especially
I've said this one before, this anecdote, right, where it's a pyromaniac, right? Or what is it called when you're like fire? Maybe
Yeah,
stand for
Pyromaniac.
Pyromaniac, right? So their brains obviously function a little different. I don't know if it's biology. I don't know if it's an imbalance. I don't know if it's hormonal, whatever it is, right? Different things. Maybe we could relate it to how the whole Diddy thing is, or like these people are. But for them, you know, like we talk about it. When you think of a romantic night with a partner, you think about, you know, fucking hanging out, having a dinner, fucking being in front of like a fire with some fucking silk sheets,
Bearskin rug. And
yeah,
shit.
bearskin rug, some nice lingerie, and you guys start fucking making out, and you just start going through the
Yeah.
process,
You've
right?
been watching rom-coms,
shit,
huh?
yeah. So shit like that, that's fucking arousing for us. It sounds fucking like sexy, right? I mean, there's other things that we like sexy too, you know. But I mean, for the most part, when somebody thinks about like a romantic
Yeah.
night, that's what you think of.
Is that really for us? Like, as a man, is that really for us? Or
A little bit of both because
set
you're
the mood, right?
You're setting the tone, yeah. So it sets the tone, right? But for someone that's a pyromaniac, what their whole turn on is, guess what?
Fire starter.
I just started a fire.
Yeah.
I'm watching that. I'm watching that fire fucking burn.
Bro.
Now I'm seeing it destroy. No, that was fucking turned on.
So all the fucking pyromaniacs right now, they see the fires and shit going on in San
Yeah.
Gabriel, and they're having sex and like, oh, watching the TV. Oh my god, look at that fire, like that
Yeah.
or what?
Well,
Look at the fire.
well, no, but you have you guys ever seen like there's a lot of fools that do something wrong, like they'll start a fire and they'll fucking masturbate to it because it turns them
I've
on.
never seen it.
No, I've never seen it either.
That's
it's
psychological.
That's psychological, and it's been proven to be a
Yeah.
thing.
He said,
Like-
I've never seen it.
No, because have you ever seen it? I was like, nah, I've never fucking seen
I've
it.
never
bro.
seen
I don't
it.
want to see it.
Why, you
either.
want to show me?
Yeah, but it's a common occurrence where like, or for
Yeah, yeah.
example, Richard Ramirez, he used to kill the people and then have sex with them when they're dead.
Fuck that.
You know,
Necrophilia?
There's a, what are they called? Like people that actually sleep with the dead.
Necrophiliacs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I knew, I didn't know, but I knew a guy that he worked in a morgue. And he would say shit like, dude, there was a girl here that she would fuck dudes.
Like their work there.
There was a girl there that worked there in the morgue, and she would like hook up with dudes that were dead already. I'm like, how? Fool, you have to have blood flowing to get your shit up. You know what I mean? Like, how is she like
Pumping them?
Maybe using their fingers. I don't know what the fuck. Dog.
Hey,
You know?
let me ask you a question. Does that count as a body count for the girl?
Negative, maybe.
What you should ask is, did she have consent, fool?
Well, but that's crazy because after like years later, I seen it on Instagram and it was I guess this chick got pregnant by a dead body.
Nah.
Nah,
I said,
way.
look it up.
No,
Look it up.
no,
Look it
no.
up. Look it
Can
up.
we fact check
Fact check it right now.
Let's
Fuck,
fact
I'm
check
not-
it.
I'm not lying.
There is no way a girl
Can a girl get pregnant
A
by
girl
a dead
cannot
body?
get-
If that fool
pregnant by a
has semen,
dead
if that fool
body.
has semen in his penis right before he died,
Can
Yeah,
that shit ejaculate, fool?
no,
Let's check this
but
shit.
the whole what the fuck? She like put a needle in there and took it out.
no, I don't know. That's what I'm telling you.
But that
see.
can't happen because your body, your
All your
semen,
exactly.
needs to have a certain body temperature for it to live.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That means that she had to have done it before that fool was put in the fucking freezer.
No, because I heard that
Your body
semen
temperature-
could survive like 24 to 48 hours or some shit outside of the body. So
Serio?
it's possible, yeah. So that's why, like, what do you think?
So,
who
don't wipe down, wipe up. You clean yourself and shit.
So what do you think? Like, Who was putting fucking hot sauce in their condoms?
Oh, fucking Drake.
Drake, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He would fuck bitches.
And he'll pull the condom out and he'll put Tabasco in his fucking condom.
Oh, just in case they wanted to
They-
like.
Ah,
And some
so
chick,
if they
and some
stuck it back
chick,
in.
some chick tried to sue him because she stuck it back in and she got an infection and shit. She se quemó la cuca, way. You know.
So that's what I'm saying. So
That's it. So it is a true story.
Told you.
We got fact.
Bro, I don't make
Damn.
shit up, dog. I speak from the heart.
That's
I don't know
crazy.
because
Hey,
Fresh Montana was.
that would make sense. That sometimes some of the muscles are still active after and shit.
Well, so my buddy was telling me that his buddy that worked in the morgue, he used to mop up all the shit because they would drain the bodies, right? So he was saying that there'd be food
Because it is.
there were foods and tables, and that a few times that come on, dog, by yourself in the morgue, that this food just laying there and boom, just sit up.
Yeah, it's a
The reflex,
The
Reflex,
reflex,
yeah.
yeah.
muscle.
Muscle and nerves, yeah.
depending on how you die and all that. Yeah. So the baby, come on, fool, you're mopping, all of a sudden you see this food sit up, like what the fuck, like you know what I mean?
Like that.
So maybe también con la verga, güey, se le para, like toma, you know,
That's a hell of a way to go, dog. That's
know what
all
I'm
I can say. Shit.
having a heart attack while you're getting it in. Imagine, and you should still rock hard.
That's true. That's crazy. I didn't know.
It's like the show 1,000 Ways to Die and shit. They fucking used to
That's
have
a
some
crazy
weird
ass show.
shit. Yeah.
That's a crazy ass show.
I just can't believe that shit. You know. The other thing, I don't know if you guys.
It threw you
You
off,
can
man.
trip it out.
I'm
You trip.
tripping out by the noise and shit. I don't even know where we'll go.
The noise.
Anyways, and then the experience we had earlier, it was kind of weird, but
Yeah.
you guys will eventually see that.
Okay.
But I'm losing my train of thought here.
Are we gonna move on to something Halloween?
Halloween-ish?
Oh yeah.
Is Dia de los Muertos considered part of Halloween?
No, that's
That's-
Mexican.
that's-
It's just a little different.
That's a little after.
Hey, there's Dia de las Brujas, no?
There is.
The
And
fuck?
is it the 31st also in Mexico or in Latin
That's in
America?
Mexico?
Latin America. I thought Dia de las Brujas.
Well, I'm sorry, fool. I don't celebrate no Dia de las Brujas, dog.
Is Dia de las Brujas? It's not Dia de los Muertos, right?
No, Dia de los Muertos is completely different.
Yeah.
It might be the Dia de las Brujas on October 31st. Yeah, you're right.
Because I know Dia de los Muertos is the second or third, right? What is it?
The 2nd of November. So it's like 3 days after Halloween. No, that's a little different. And obviously, I think Halloween was a made up holiday, right? I don't even know the full story. I should read
no,
the
no,
research.
31st.
Huh?
Mexico, Dia de las Brujas, October 31st.
Halloween.
But it's just another form of Halloween. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just another
Yeah,
way
it's
to call
dressing up. Well, what do you think? What do you mean it was made up? It actually comes from like the Salem times, right?
Yeah, Salem. That's what I'm
Hallow's
saying.
Eve, yeah.
Yeah,
Hallow's Eve.
where you dress up as ghouls and fucking monsters to deceive
Well,
fucking
you're supposed to walk with the dead,
with the dead. But you're deceiving the dead to make them think that you're dead too, so they don't.
so they don't feel alone or feel
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, Halloween is not my cup of tea. I know that's yours. So
Yeah,
you want to
well,
explain
yeah.
it? That,
You don't,
I
ce-
never
you,
knew
don't,
that.
you don't really celebrate like Halloween.
I love Halloween.
I
Don't
love
get me wrong,
Halloween.
but I've never really researched the history
Okay,
of it.
okay.
Yeah, I
Until now, like modern time now, Halloween is fucking with all the pride parades in Hollywood and shit.
Corporation,
Yeah,
like Valentine's
they
Day.
got all the girls
all
can
the
fucking
spirit
dress.
stores, spirit
Yeah,
Halloween
like,
stores.
that's
Instead
the
of
day.
goals, they're fucking little
They
skirts.
can
and
slut it
shit.
out.
Yeah, slut it
The
out.
day they can slut it out.
Is that a thing? Is like, should we call it like Slutterween or some shit?
Why are you dressing like a slut?
I don't know. I might. What? You know what I'm saying? That's
Well,
that's the only costumes
I
you
don't
can
know.
find. That fucking.
You need some baby oil away?
That's the only costumes you can find a spirit now, fool. Fucking
Well,
little
like
skirts
a sexy secretary, sexy
sexy
nurse,
pirate,
sexy librarian, sexy
Yeah.
pirate,
It goes
sexy
back,
Freddy Krueger.
sexy zombie. No
No
mames.
mames, wait.
technically any costume could be slutty.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then
that's what I'm saying.
what is even the word slutty in reality? You know what I'm saying?
True,
Like,
true, true. Okay, promiscuous.
promiscuous.
promiscuous
It's just
girl?
let's just be real. Most costumes for gender role, we're gonna talk about gender roles because let's be real, they're appealing to women, right? So the way to appeal to them is through sexiness for some reason, right? For men, it's not the sexiness that they try to appeal to, they try to appeal to the masculine thing. So it's just they just make these costumes based on that because nobody do you see a girl that wants to be dressed in oversized fucking ghoul costumes and things like that?
That'll be cool. I mean, that's the whole point of Halloween. Fool, to be scary.
I mean, if you could pull it off, right? Isn't that the whole point of like horror nights and all that shit? Like
Yeah, exactly.
they dress up, the
Yeah.
actors they dress up, you know. But
Or
they act,
that out.
but they act, no, but they act like bitches sometimes. Like, damn, all right, I get it, I get the point. You're all in my face. All right, that's 6 times already. Like, get the fuck on. Go to the next person, you know. But someone like those costumes, damn, bro, shit, look real as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makeup artists fucking do wonders, dog.
Anyway, I want to know a little bit more about Halloween, Mike. So I want you to explain a little bit more.
What do you want to explain? I told you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're like this history
I'm
buff
like,
on.
yeah, but I'm like a fucking historian on Halloween. I just love Halloween. I know that it's supposed to be All Hallows Eve. That's what it's called. And it's a day that the dead supposedly rise or walk among us. And
Don't start with your hocus pocus theory, dog.
Hocus Pocus. That's a
Three
bad movie,
witches.
by the way.
It is a
It's a must watch for October. Hocus Pocus. For family. Like,
family movie, yeah.
family movie. Anyways, but you're supposed to dress up as ghouls and fucking monsters to deceive not deceive them, but to walk
To walk amongst them.
amongst them and kind of like fake it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's kind of like Dia de los Muertos, como quien dice. Dia de los Muertos, you celebrate the
Yeah,
dead.
but that's a celebration, though, no?
Yeah, well, what's the whole point of the whole trick or treat? To celebrate, right? Well, that's one treat, or that's one trick. You know what I'm saying?
What's the trick?
You're supposed to perform a trick.
Not a trick, but you're like scare them.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know if you remember, like as a kid, like going up to the house, like, okay, this was that statue here, this was a trash can right there. Where's this motherfucker gonna pop out of? Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. Like, trick or treat. That was the whole
That's the whole
concept.
point.
So next time a kid comes to my house and I
Because
just
either trick them or trick or
once
treat
I
'em.
scare the shit out of him, I'm not gonna give him a treat.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. I chose trick.
No, he has to say trick or treat first,
Yeah.
and then you trick him.
But what if they come and say trick or treat? Yeah, you gonna what the fuck is that?
Tickle my feet. What the
Trico.
fuck?
No, dicen trick or treat. What are you gonna
Trico.
Trico?
give them? Well, I'm trying to say like that's confusing for a trico. What the fuck's a trico, fool?
So do you do like for Halloween? I remember back in the day when my brother we would do like a whole week right before Halloween, like just horror flicks.
I try to do well right now. This year, well, even last year too. I try to do what we said we're gonna do a movie a day for the whole month.
That's what I'm saying.
A whole month, not the week.
That's crazy though. A whole month.
Yeah, because it's Halloween, bro. But
That's what
I
we-
don't get my kids every week, so
Right.
it'll be like two weeks out of the month. So like today, I get them, so I don't know if they're up to watch a movie. But we're supposed to like watch classics too,
Like from our time.
or our time or old time classics.
All right.
like The
So what's the classic
Exorcist.
for you? Like
Exorcist?
Hellraiser.
No, that's too graphic for them.
The original Texas Chainsaw.
Original
That's
Texas
pretty
Chainsaw.
graphic. That's pretty gory.
Yeah, but Hellraiser has like sex involved. Like if you think about it,
Right. But I'm not talking about like to watch the kids. Just what's a classic?
classic is definitely gonna be
Hocus Pocus, is that
Hocus Pocus. Nah, it's gonna be Exorcist.
Right.
It's gonna be
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. It's gonna be Night of the Living Dead.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Fucking Jason Voorhees.
Halloween.
Halloween definitely.
Friday the
fool.
13th.
Friday the 13th. There you go, Jason. What was the classic? Fool? There's a bunch of
What about,
classics.
what about the original It?
I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched both.
Did you read the book?
No, I'm not a big fan of it. I like Stephen King. That's not Stephen King, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stephen
Stephen King.
I love Stephen King stuff. Like, I like Pet Cemetery. I like the new one and the
That's a
old
crazy one.
I even
First
seen
one was crazy.
Oh shit! I thought,
I was
I
like,
thought he was raising his hand. I was like, yes, teacher. No, I was kidding.
me.
me, basurita.
Basurita.
No. The People Under the Stairs. Have you seen that one?
No,
You
Yeah.
have seen that one?
no. People.
That was crazy.
Is that Stephen King or is that
Uh,
who's the other one? Wes Craven? I think it was Wes Craven.
Was
it
Craven.
was Wes Craven.
How about new shit? Do you think like some of the newer shit is classic?
Like, well, okay, so what do you consider new?
Like Scream.
That's
That-
not new.
that's
shit.
not-
Well, the new ones. The
it's
new ones. with-
No, what I'm saying
Jennifer
it's
Ortega?
newer.
Like 2000s and on?
Yeah, 2000s and on.
So like Jeepers Creeper?
That one was an old one actually. Before
It was
Oh yeah,
2000s.
it is a remake.
it was a
a
remake,
remake.
though.
It was a remake?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
See, I think like the newer ones would be like Sinister, Insidious.
How about Hostel?
I
No.
think that's gory.
No,
more.
that's
Gory.
more like killing people, like
Yeah.
like the mind,
That's still considered horror.
not horror.
It was horror
The
new.
Conjuring,
Conjuring.
World, that whole thing. I think that's more newer.
Annabelle.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what. But it's still part of the
Yeah.
Conjuring
And
universe.
possessions.
Yeah.
So then there's definitely a genre, right? So there's different genres.
Hierarchy.
There's zombies.
What about Ouija?
Ouija.
That's a
I've
newer
never heard
one
it.
movie. Yeah.
That's a newer one.
I've never seen it.
That's just crazy.
I don't want to. I don't think
It's
that's
like that movie Talk to Me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that
That
one's
one was
pretty
crazy.
That was pretty crazy too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This is crazy how they made that movie Talk to Me kind of like the Ouija board.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like,
With the
you
hand,
be
yeah,
with the
yeah.
hand, yeah. That's how I would trip on it. And they're making a part 2.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
So I kind of got confused at the end of that movie. So I know that she's dead, right?
Yeah.
But is the little boy dead or not? And is the dad dead or not? Because she sees the dad walk away, but remember she had stabbed him. Then the little boy, remember he was stuck and
Did she slice his throat or stab him in the neck?
the dad.
Yeah, the dad.
Dad, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but at the end, you see her like looking around, and she's like, "Dad, Dad," and the dad's walking, but he can't see her.
No, I think he's alive.
Okay, so
Or maybe he hadn't passed away yet.
Yeah, I think she
had already crossed.
had her crossed, and she was being. Whenever she thought she was being possessed, it was the opposite. She was possessing somebody.
Nah, because at the end is when the lights start turning off.
Yeah,
And, and everything goes black. And then when they light the candle, you can see her face.
Yeah.
And that's,
Now she's
yeah.
possessing someone. Yeah. That was a crazy. Hey, that was a crazy ass
by the
movie.
way, Smile 2 is coming out.
I know, I saw that.
Oh, I want to
Wanna
watch
watch it
that.
or what?
That's a good movie. Yeah, I'm down.
I think we should go watch
On the
it.
16th of this
Huh? Down or what?
You know, yeah, I'm done. You know, it's interesting because, like, as much as we get scared of these movies and they make us fucking
still go out.
still go, like, is it the fan for you? What is it for you? Everybody's gonna have their own reasons for it, right? But what is it for you that makes you like attracted to these movies? That makes you want to see them? Is it the adrenaline rush? Is it for the scare? What is it?
I think with me, fool, it's kind of like, I know it's gonna sound stupid, but it kind of makes me understand like the possibilities of shit going out there because of happening. So like, it's stupid because I know it's not a real life fucking thing, but it makes me understand like, oh, este pinche fantasma puede pasar. You know, it's kind of like knowing situations.
Knowing the unknown?
Yeah, like learning about the unknown. Like, I didn't think of that type of ghost. Ay, güey, okay, fucking agua bendita, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So it sounds stupid, but that's to me, that's what it is. And it does raise the adrenaline. Like, it makes you feel like,
I think it's just like the part of like suspense.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Because it kind of awakens you or
exactly.
makes you feel alive.
It's not going to give you anything other than that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're trying to, I don't want to see this shit in real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you. So if it's that, like, just so you're aware of things, possibilities,
Mhm.
I guess, like you said, then why does the possibility of something be real frighten you so much?
What do you mean?
Like
Being real?
like something that you're very scared of things, right?
Mhm.
You're scared of like spirits, you're scared of noises, you're just scared of a lot of things. But yeah, you really enjoy it. So like it doesn't make sense because your answer's saying like
Well, because
the possibilities of it, and when you experience something, you're super terrified of it in real life.
Like a double-edged
Well,
sword.
Well, no, because it kind of puts me in alert. Fool. It gives me that opportunity to say, if it happens,
Do you know what you're actually gonna do? So you get what I'm saying? I understand what he's asking.
I'm
Like,
probably gonna me desmayarme, güey. Me voy a desmayar. I'm gonna trip out like earlier and shit. Start throwing up signs and shit. I've ran into situations where I almost hit somebody because I thought they were fucking ghosts, but I couldn't do it. You know, I've said that I almost hit my mom once, fool.
so have you experienced? I remember you telling me stories about your house.
Uh-huh.
Like, have you experienced like anyone touching you or seeing like a shadow
Yeah.
that
all
would
the time.
talk to, like, come here or some shit?
I so one scenario, right? I felt somebody put their hand on my back. I was laying down because I had to sleep face down, and I could tell like como que me estaban agarrando, like trying to wake me up, but they kept their hand there,
So
and
they just placed it on you.
placed it on me, and I felt that, and I was just like, I don't do nothing. I just start saying, go away, go away, go away, go away. Like I start saying, like I said, I always go to that saying, "Ángel de la guarda music compañía, no me desampares de noche ni de día," because my mom had anything, and that's just repeated in my head until I don't feel it no more. Because I've never had the balls to actually just turn and fucking, what the fuck was it? Porque me da miedo, güey. Because en mi mente, watching The Exorcist.
But you'll go watch The Exorcist.
Okay, and that's the thing. I have this fucking thing that when I sleep, I feel like somebody's just standing there watching me.
Oh, I felt that.
And
Every time?
no, when I get scared, that's the feeling that I get. I feel like when I'm asleep,
Like when you get
Like-
chills.
yeah, I'm like I could feel them here, and if I turn, va a ser la exorcista. That's my biggest fear. The actual girl. That's my biggest fear. Just staring, just así, güey. Y ahorita me está dando escalofrío, güey, because this. What?
You know the Clevin in The Conjuring?
Oh, yeah, fuck that. Nah. So another fear of mine is looking out the window at night.
Like, you feel like someone's gonna be up in the
Somebody just standing on the window. And it could possibly happen because
Crazy neighbor and shit.
it could be a crazy neighbor, but what if I don't know that person? Either way, why the fuck are you standing in front of my window like that? Knock, the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
With a big ass smile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Big ass
So
smile.
that's a big fear of mine, fool. Opening the window, y de repente está ahí una persona parada.
So it's more the human element that you're scared of.
No, it's the
I
that's
think
just-
they're actually being real.
yeah.
That's
What
he's
if it's
scared
what if
of.
it's a real a human? What if it's not?
But you've experienced stuff though,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I have.
that shit. I don't want to experience it again. I've seen. I want to say it was the devil's face.
Nah.
I shit you not.
¿Tenía cuernos?
Tenía cuerno, güey.
Y la pinche nariz así?
No, no estaba rojo, güey.
I didn't say
Nomás era
red.
Una cara, güey.
Usually it comes like a silhouette. Have you seen that movie? Devil?
No,
It's in an elevator.
no.
No.
Well, actually, watch that movie. You're gonna trip out.
So I want to hear about your story.
So, cuando vivíamos see, my mom's house wasn't the only house that was haunted. My mom, I think, was followed everywhere she went. Our first experience that we ever had was in El Monte.
Are you okay? Because I want to try to give a little context to everybody. Are you open to talk about that whole situation of how it follows
Yeah,
and why you think
yeah,
it follows?
yeah.
Okay. So obviously you've talked about and you're a big believer in brujeria
Mm-hmm.
because your grandma
Yeah.
used to practice it and she used to dislike your mom a lot.
My
And she
dad's
used to-
mom.
That's mom.
So that's one of the reasons, like at his house, I'm telling you, it was weird.
Active.
It was creepy. It was active all the time. Like we'd be outside drinking and then just to go take a piss, I wouldn't want to go inside his house. And I'm usually not scared.
You
But
feel
if
shit?
You feel
It's
shit.
a heavy
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
You,
I know that feeling.
I also saw like shadows
Yep.
all the time walking by, and it was fucking just creepy there.
It was to the point where it was like overwhelming. So you were just like, no mames.
Yeah. I've been there. My house was the same
Chill,
way.
fuck. Can we
But-
chill for one fucking day?
So, anyways, I want to go back to. I just want to give a little context, and you've brought it up, and you never wanted to say names and bring it up, but now that you've kind of opened up
So-
about it,
Ever since I can remember, right? Because I grew up in El Monte, and then I moved to Ballin Park. That's where I met this fool. We lived
And
in a
me.
little house. Yeah, but I met
Yeah,
him.
you
when
been
we were
elementary.
So we lived in El Monte. We lived right across the street from La Escuela Payne Elementary. That's
Right.
where I went to elementary. And first off, también ahí decían que había una mano peluda. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the mano peluda. La mano que salía en el baño, güey. Supposedamente cuando estabas cagando, they will grab you and shit. I'm
Grab your
like,
ass?
yeah, I guess. I don't know
What
why.
the fuck?
I don't know why the fuck it was in the shitter, fool, but there was a mano peluda in the shitter that would grab you, whatever.
that's the hand that they use for talk to me, fool.
So, and then we would be able to go to on the side of the school. It was like a little pathway in between fences and houses. And if you walked there, it didn't lead you anywhere other than to get stuck at the end. And in the last house, estaba fucked up. Supuestamente ahí una bruja. So we would, we would get stories fucked up. If you go in the bathroom and you cuss the window,
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Throw water in the.
you fucking all these stories, right? But then we would go to my mom's house. My mom's right across the street, and my uncle used to live with us. Rest in peace. And he would sleep in the living room, and it was a 1-bedroom little apartment, like a little
Studio.
yeah. But it was like little houses. Like it wasn't like apartments, like regular apartments. It was
Yeah.
like little houses that were apartment complex. And we used to sleep in the same room. Fool. My mom, teníamos una litera because it was three boys and my mom and dad, and they had their bed, and it was like literally fucking cramped up. Fool. And I remember in the closet way, se miraba una cara, like you could see a face. Fool.
Like a shadow or like
No,
actual,
like actual fucking face of the
full
devil.
máscara.
Like una cara,
You
way.
can see the eyes and
You
everything.
could see the eyes and everything. Fool. In the darkness, nomás hace así. And he would stare at
It
you.
was getting closer and closer.
Yeah, no, he would just stare at you. And I'd
Fuck
be like,
that.
a la verga. In the window, in the same room, they had a big window. Fool. In the middle of the night, you could see a shadow.
Walking.
Just stand there.
No mames.
Y se quedaba. Y mi mamá y mi papá abrían la ventana, güey, la cortina, y no había nadie. So you could see shadow, fool. That's two. En esa misma casa, from my uncle used to always say, "Ah, cabrón, mira la viejita." So the kitchen, there was two entrances to the kitchen. One closest to where the bathroom was at, and where the bedroom was at, and then one across the street, across from the living room, and it would lead you like this, right? My uncle, there was a little closet, like a little room in the corner. My uncle would see that he say that he would see a viejita walk from this beginning all the way to the end and go into the cuartito, and we would see her
Like
too
and like disappear.
disappear in the cuartito.
No noises, no
No
sounds.
noises, no nothing.
Fuck.
Yeah,
So
go on.
my bad,
No, no,
because you got me all riled up with this shit.
no, no. I'm gonna add to it. That's why I got something.
So that's just the beginning stages of this shit, okay?
Right.
During this time, I was a kid. I was a little kid fool. My grandma, my mom's dad, would sometimes come and live with us. And she didn't really like my mom. She's never liked my mom. My mom and her do not get along. Okay? She was a bitch, fool. I mean, she is. I have not had any interaction with her in probably like 25, 30 years. I don't care for this woman. I don't want her. Reason being is
Just negative.
she's negative. Not only that, fool, she lost an eye when she was little, or when she was younger. So she's tuerta, way.
So she was hard to look at.
Nah, wait. I don't even want to make fun of her because
No, I'm not making fun of
respecting
her.
that
Right,
aspect
right,
of her.
but-
Like, hey, don't fuck with
It
me.
was
I'm
just
not
hard
gonna
to
host
look at. Like, just would it
Well,
scare you? Was she scare
she
you?
was
It was
fucking-
scary for him
She
at
was
the time.
scary, fool.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard
She
to
was
look at.
evil, and she had like a mullet, right? So estaba like te daba miedo, way.
Yeah.
But not only that, fool, she was a bitch. She had preferences for her nietos. Like my other cousins would get good toys for Christmas. Me and my brothers would get calzones, fucking, and sometimes not even fucking new. She'd go to like the yardas or to like thrift stores and get fucking for Christmas. That was our gift. So that automatically told us she didn't like my mom. She didn't like us. She really wanted my dad and her to fucking like separate. I really think that my dad and mom had problems because of her. So, anyways, that was the beginning stages of that house. We move on to the house that they bought, and just shit got like multiplied times 20. Like she literally like hated my mom. How do we know that it was her? This is how we find out. I said this shit before. My mom was tired of this shit. We go to curandera. Curandera que es la veladora. Se prende la veladora y te va a revelar quién es la persona que está haciendo esta mamada. Now this is the curandera to my mom. Prende la veladora. Pinche veladora se prenden ya amarradas in the middle of the night. Like it fucking turns on and it's like almost about to burn like on its own. Like, big flame.
Yeah, burning up.
And you know when you put it like when you smoke or when you
Light of
light a fire on vidrio, it stains it like
Yeah,
smoke,
the smoke.
the tar or whatever the fuck it is, right? So silueta de ella, güey, se marcó allí. My mom goes, "Hey Miguel, Junior, Babo, because it was just three of us." He goes, "¿Qué ven allí?" And we were little, we were like fucking 6, 7 years old, 8 years old, and we're like, "Esa es mi abuela, mi abuelita." Okay, mijo. Le preguntó otro, "Hey, ¿qué ves ahí?" We all excited.
Same.
It's my grandma. Yeah, that's how we found out that's how she was doing brujeria.
She was doing it.
Exactly. And then a lot of shit has happened since. Like I could go on and on and on and on, but it just started evolving to like my mom fool and my mamá le tocaban más gacho.
Fuck that.
Mi mamá se le apareció un niño, güey. My mom, to this day, todavía la espantan. To this day. Mi mamá se le apareció un niño, güey. Estaba una vez dormida. Y mi mamá tenía siempre una silla al lado de la cama. Al lado de la cama, sí sé que estaba una niña o un niño, no sabe qué era. Pero le hace cuenta agarrado de las rodillas así, llorando. Ajá,
Like in fetal
así.
position.
Ajá, sí. Ajá, like a fetal position in the chair. Llorando, güey. My sister was born. My sister started talking. The paintings. Oh, yeah. Start saying shit about the paintings. What the fuck? Knocks. Las pinches ollas, güey. Las sombras.
I remember you told me a story where like shit would fall from the kitchen, cabinets would open,
Yeah.
just madre on the piso and shit. Yeah, bro. I've experienced some crazy shit too. That's why I was always interested in like listening to see if it was like kind of similar, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. I know this was like So I don't know if he believes it or not. I try to
Obviously,
block him out.
Obviously, he believes it because he wouldn't even go to into your house to use your restroom.
Well, everybody would trip out of my
Exactly.
house. Everybody would trip out. And one time, like, por eso, todos habíamos esto, güey. Pero we would, like, just knock it off. I was like, you know what?
Yeah, just brush it off.
Y una vez, güey, estaba acostado. I said this before. I was laying down on the couch. And hace cuenta que la tele está allá. And I was at the couch like that, against the wall. And behind me is to go to the kitchen. To my right is the door to the outside. The hallway to go to the rooms. So everybody would be over here. I'm watching, it's like 12 or 1 in the morning. I'm watching TV. And my mom thought it was funny to fucking come out. My mom tiene curly hair. And so when she would take off her prendas or whatever, her fucking hair would poof up. And una vez, my mom thought it was funny. And I was watching TV. It was dark. Everything's dark except the TV. Y mamá said, slowly. Y se asomó así por arriba de mí.
Like hovering over you.
Like hovering over me like that. And I look up, fool, y me dio un pinche miedo, güey. I was like, la verga, güey. My first reaction,
Swing.
I wanted to hit.
Yeah.
Because, fuck you, you're not
So I
gonna
tried to
touch
get
me.
away.
Pero me dio tanto miedo que ni la toqué. I was like, I ain't touching that shit. I got up and I was in the corner, fool, ready to throw chingazos, fool. And my mom's laughing. I go, ma, ya mero le daba un chingadazo, ma. She's laughing. She's like, ándale, cabrón, vas a dormir. Pero that's how fucking scared we were at that.
Stay up late after that?
My mom would always have a thing. I told you, el diablo sale a esta hora.
Yeah. Witching hour.
Witching hour, 3 in the morning.
Y me iba a dormir, güey. Me iba a dormir a la verga. What the fuck? That's how my mom would get
You
me.
see shit, bro, at 3 in the morning. You'll
Huh?
hear shit at 3 in the morning for sure.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But you were going to add to it. You were saying you're going to add to.
Yeah, it's going back to the whole little devil thing. So it happened to my sister too. Remember in the back of my backyard?
That's
Behind the house,
crazy.
there's gates, right?
Mhm.
Right there. So it was dark, and it was weird because at that time my sister was very rebellious. She was like cursing us out, cursing my mom out, going through her thing, right?
Mhm.
And that's just about the same time that I told you guys the story about the limca that she started cursing at people,
Mhm.
and she's just getting all mad and moving their hands and shit. So around the same time in the backyard we were playing, and then she was back there, and she starts yelling and crying. And me and my mom go both back there, and she's like, "Es el diablo." She's pointing, and we're like, "We don't see shit," but she would see
That's
it.
crazy.
She would see, "No, ahí look, ahí está, ahí está."
How old was
Like,
she?
she was like 9.
I have a similar story with my brother. Because my brother's a producer, so his hours are like midnight on, right? Making music and shit where everyone's asleep. So his thing was always like in the middle of doing something, take a little break, go outside and smoke a cigarette. My brother at that time was a heavy smoker, bro. Heavy. So I'm chilling in the living room watching TV, and he's outside. And in my house, we had a long ass driveway. So this dude outside smoking, it's like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, bro. Like I think I want to say like 2 in the morning. And I'm ready knocking out. And he comes inside running. Come out here right now. What the fuck's wrong? Fool, the devil's outside. Get the fuck out of here. Fool, I see him. He's leaning on he was leaning like the Marble Man, bro, with the fucking, he said like a hat and this trench coat. I don't know what the fuck. Fuck out of here. I walk outside with him. He's a fool. He's standing right there. You don't see him? I'm like, I don't see shit. He's a fool. He's looking at us, dick. I'm like, I don't see him, bro. And then he looks at him. Like my brother looks at where he sees the devil or whatever, and then he looks back. He's like, dick. He's pointing at me and telling me like this, come here. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, dog. I'm going back to bed. You're
Yeah.
tripping. And my brother didn't go to sleep. Fool, the next morning, pale. I'm like, are you all right, bro? He's like, bro, I saw that motherfucker. Like, he was standing right there. I waited till the sun came up, and that motherfucker disappeared. I'm like, you're fucking fool. I go, what did you see? He's like, fool, he was smoking a cigarette and wearing a hat like this, and he was standing like this, and then he turned to me, and he went like this, and he said, come here. I'm like, fuck that. You're tripping.
Yeah.
But we had all kinds of shit happening at our mama's house. We seen a lady. My grandma was staying with me. The back room, my grandma comes on. She's like, you guys don't hear that lady crying? I'm like, it's the cats. So my neighbors had to get cats. The cat's like, no, like she's right by the window. I see her. I'm like,
Your mom said that?
my grandma. I'm like, abuela, estás loca. And she's like, me vas a hablar la loca. I'm like, no, I'm just saying, like, you're tripping, like, you know. Like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, she's like, come over here. So I walked to the room, and I could hear some lady crying. Like, what the fuck?
But you couldn't see her.
I couldn't see her. And my grandma like, she's right there. She's right. So the window, right? So she's in the corner of the window crying, like just chillando, right? Fuck. She's like, you don't see her? I'm like, I don't see her. I'm like, ah, where's the fucking cats? And as soon as I said that, I see a fucking lady cross the fucking window. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Before I ran outside the backyard, nothing, nothing. But you could still hear the crying.
Yeah.
It was crazy, bro. Ballin Park is a fucking trip, dog.
Well,
Ballin Park has a lot of haunted shit.
you guys know that you know the area where we used to live in. All that area by Barnes Park used to be a cemetery.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. So all that area.
Ballin Park had a big cemetery.
Yeah, Ballin Park had a big cemetery back in the day, and all that area where Barnes Park, our area to where it is, used to be part of a cemetery, but way back though. Yeah, so I've know people that like used to like I remember like they would fucking find bones sometimes and shit.
So right there by like where Musicos
Yeah, all that
well,
even up to our area. Yeah.
into our area?
Yeah.
And I've heard that same story too. Because I had a neighbor that was a real estate agent. And she had to know like the history. She's like, yeah, so there's cemeteries. And it was like an avocado plantation.
Yeah.
Ballin Park. That's why a lot of houses in Ballin Park have fucking avocado.
Yeah, we used to have an avocado.
So do we.
Avocado tree. And my mom used to get mad because we used to quitarlos, and then we would throw them in the middle of the street. So that when cars would pass by,
Smash fish.
Wow, what a waste of an
Wasted
avocado.
avocado.
dog.
I didn't like avocados back then.
Fue
fool.
con un
I just
tortilla
like,
y
boom.
sal, güey. Vámonos,
But
güey.
back then I was just like boom, 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 and then cars would get mad, fool. They would get off, and then we would be like,
I forgot they splatter everywhere.
they would be like, hey, fool, hey, what you guys do? I was like, they fell off the tree. They fell off the tree in the street. Fucking tree was in the middle of the house. Day.
It rolled. It rolled all the way over there.
Yeah, we would do that shit, fool. But yeah, fool, fucking ballpark. I mean, I never knew that shit. I never knew that was a cemetery. Fool. That's fucking
Yeah.
trippy.
Yeah, Ballin Park has cemeteries. And you traveled a lot. You travel a lot. Have you been to like the East Coast, like Massachusetts?
New York, never been to Massachusetts. Just New York.
I
Is
want to
one.
go to Salem, fool.
Dude, my aunt lives in Maine. Okay, and I think I told you this too. So back when we had the 13 colonies and the whole war and shit, like where these soldiers would die, that's where they would bury them.
Yeah.
There's houses, bro. They have fucking plots in their front yard and shit, right? So I went for my cousin's wedding, and I think we went to from Maine. We went to I want to say it was Massachusetts. Yeah, Massachusetts. And we drive and we stay at this hotel. And this hotel, from my window, you can see there's a fucking cemetery across the street from the fucking parking lot. So at that time, my ex-wife at that time we're sleeping, and we're knocking out, and then she yells. We had just had a baby. So she yells, she's like, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She's like, did you touch me? I'm like, fuck, no, I didn't touch you. Like, what do you mean? She's like, dude, she's like, I felt something go across my chest like this. And I'm like, are you okay? She's like, yeah. She's like, something's holding my arm. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. And my aunt laughs. My aunt wakes up and she's laughing. She's like, yeah, she's like, ghosts walk around here like nothing. What the fuck? She's like, dude, she's like, some ghosts will interact with you and you don't even know that
Ghosts?
you don't even know they're ghosts, and then they just walk away. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, bro. East Coast is crazy.
Well, it's not just the East Coast. I think, isn't it before you were allowed to bury your family in your backyard?
Yeah.
Really?
And then they stopped it, right?
Yeah, they stopped it.
But
How long ago was that?
I have no idea. Let me do some fact checking. But
It was it's like have you seen the movie Mi Familia?
yeah,
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, remember what was the guy? El Tejano, el Mexicano? The guy that was their uncle, where they came to live with him here in the United States. And he was born here before it was United States, when it was Mexico, and he had the same house. And then they always said they were going to bury him in the backyard, and they did it like illegally. And they were going to bury his ass, and they buried him in the backyard.
Alive and shit.
Nah, tampoco en shit. Did you find it, Mike?
all but 13 states have no laws forbidding home burials.
What 13 states allow it still?
West of the Mississippi. No, east of the Mississippi.
It's like these fucking.
Burial, licensed funeral. So there's these states have home burial with licensed funeral director. So as long as you have a licensed funeral director, in Alabama, Connecticut, Illinois, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Nebraska, New York, you can bury somebody in your backyard.
As long as it's what?
As long as you have a licensed funeral director.
So you have to basically have like a service.
Cemetery burial only means you cannot bury nobody anywhere else but a cemetery. Arkansas, California, Indiana, Louisiana, and Washington. And then, so this is right here. What happens if a family moves? A home burial site may not be ideal if you're still in your starter home. Depending on your geographic location and the age of your estate, it may make selling your property difficult because you got to disclose that shit,
Yeah.
right?
See, that trips me out too. So Ballin Park has cemeteries. So what do you do?
Bodies just stay there, fool.
They just build on top of them.
Can you build on top of a cemetery?
Yeah, there's got to be some type of a law.
I think maybe there wasn't laws back then that.
Or maybe it wasn't established as a cemetery.
Yeah.
People were buried.
So let me ask you a question. So the whole cremation. So if you can't bury nobody in your backyard, why are you allowed to take ashes home with you?
That's touchy for me, bro.
I'm just saying.
I know, but I'm just saying that's touchy for me because my whole cousin. Remember we talked about that last time. My whole cousin, he got cremated, and you know, his ex-wife or whatever the fuck you want to call her is like she has his ashes, but she hasn't let any other family like visit or see him. And he had an actual will where he wanted to be. I forgot where, but he wanted to have his ashes spreaded.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's another thing. People that like to get their ashes spread in the ocean. Like, I mean, so that means that we will go to the beach. I get it. It's a big land of water. So the chances of us actually touching, but it's just creepy.
You're swimming in the
Or what about people that do it illegally?
Yeah.
Hey, Holmes, I used to go to Santa Monica, so I want my ashes thrown over the fucking.
Well, let me trip you out on this one. How about the people? This is a few years ago where I saw this. People want to put themselves like in a little cocoon, so they can grow as a tree.
Oh yeah, I seen that too.
What the
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
so they become part of the tree.
They kind of cremate you in a way that like you become kind of. I don't know the process.
Yeah, they like cremate you or whatever. So you decompose,
and you're feeding the tree.
No, you become the tree.
Yeah, they obviously you're not a seed, fool.
Yeah.
So, but they put you like with the soil of a.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
with the tree.
Yes.
So that way, as the tree is actually growing, it's feeding off of you, so you're becoming.
Yeah.
Not becoming the tree, but you know what I'm saying. Gotcha.
Yeah. Becoming part of nature again.
Damn, I tell my family, don't even fucking carve into me. Or maybe, like tattoos. Like tattoos, carve into me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a true one.
Huh?
But I don't know, Doc. Like, obviously, I love hearing these stories. And like I said, we love watching these movies. And there's something about Halloween that just gets everybody wound up.
Yeah.
And it's just a dope time of the year for us that I like it, you like it. And it's just dope to hear these stories and just kind of, I think it's been engraved in us, like, to pass this on. It's a form of, of communication. It's a form of connecting with people, just around the world, talking about fucking urban legends and folklore and things like that.
Do you think that could die if we don't continue it? Like, do you think we can defeat a demon like Annabelle, right? If we like forget about her and nobody talks about her, and then our next generation of kids don't know who the fuck Annabelle is, and then continue. Do you think that takes away from their power?
What do you mean?
Because they say that a lot of ghosts.
So, yeah, but you're assuming it's like a real legit thing.
No, I'm saying like
isn't Annabelle a real legit thing?
Well, yeah, but the doll is real, but the doll looks kind of funky. It doesn't look as scary. And then
I'm fucking scared.
I've heard things that like it's that they kind of debunked it, but I don't know.
Well, I won't fuck with it. I'll tell you right now. I'm scared of Annabelle. So you might not be scared of her, but fuck that, I am. But can a ghost be forgotten? Like, can an entity be forgotten as long as we don't pass it? Like a Kukui. If we start talking about a Kukui.
Wasn't there a movie or something about Coco, fool? How can we forget about Coco?
Yeah, but Coco's
about
forgetting
that's Dia de los Muertos.
But it's very similar to what you're talking about because remember the guy they didn't know his name, so if nobody remembers him, he fades away.
Yeah, but that was a family member.
No, because they never put him on the.
Yeah. So if he's not remembered through stories or songs or whatever, he fades away.
Gotcha. So it's the same thing with demons.
I don't know, fool.
Like the chupacabras, he just disappeared because no one's talking about it.
Just because I was holding the stick doesn't mean like I'm this like knowledgeable guy about that stuff now. but I will tell you this though. I think I've said that like one of the ways that I think we live forever. I don't know what's after we die. I don't know what happens, right? But I think the way we live forever is through stories and through people talking about us and remembering us. So in a sense, like that when the Coco came out, I really connected with it in that sense that I felt like. Because it's something that I've believed, that I feel like that's what it truly means to live eternal life, where people are remembering you and talking about you, or talking about the things that you accomplished or did or whatever. Because I mean, what other way is there?
Well, it's like that saying, was it in The Sandlot?
Mm.
Something, whatever, but legends never die.
Yeah, legends never die.
Because
Yeah.
you keep speaking on it, you keep telling the story over and over.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, Dia de los Muertos is his own thing too.
Yeah.
And we didn't even get to talk about that.
That's crazy.
But
We got that art show
Yeah,
on the
that's true.
16th of November.
what? Oh, the art show.
Yeah, Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos art
I'll
show.
be. What
Cu-
did I call myself?
Curating.
No, I'm not the one curating. A friend of ours is curating, but I will have either one. I think I'm at one of 4 pieces there that I shot photography wise,
Photography wise.
and then
Gonna
I
be a lot
edited it. So
A lot of paintings.
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of painters, a lot of paintings, a lot of canvas.
Two
But-
of our buddies, AR and Rask, are gonna. Well, they're the ones that host.
And I think we're gonna have them on next week, I believe. So
2 weeks. I think.
2 weeks, yeah. So we'll talk about that, but but yeah, I'm gonna be part of a gallery, guys. So if you guys are in the area, we'll definitely be talking about it more. Because if you want to come and check out some of the photos I've shot or any artists' canvas, stuff will be there for sale. Stuff will be there just for check up, and
Yeah, because it's a Dia de los Muertos team.
it's a Dia de los Muertos theme. So something that we got coming up. I don't know if you want to touch on it real quick on Dia de los Muertos, or you want to say.
I mean,
that.
nah, honestly, like I think, I brought this up in the past when my dad passed away. Like I wasn't really into like Dia de los Muertos, things like that. And even before, like I think like I said, for a long time I lived in my bubble and I didn't appreciate my culture. Being Mexican American and being mostly the Mexican culture that I grew up with. But Dia de los Muertos, it's become something to me now where it means a little more,
Yeah.
especially after the whole situation with my dad. But I just think it's a beautiful thing. Like I really enjoy going to Hollywood Forever where they have like the altares and things like that.
I've
And
never done that.
no, we should do it actually. They have a big festival and it's pretty dope. So they have like artists and things. But yeah, they also have like altars where they have a contest, right? And just seeing this and just seeing how like I said, like we're passing on these stories and we're remembering loved ones that we've lost. And I think, part of, Halloween is one thing. This is completely different, but in a way it's kind of very similar because we always try to tie it in. The people around us that maybe have passed are part of the same people that are with us and doing these things that we talk about or shit like that. Obviously not the devil things, but you know what I mean? But it's just pretty dope to experience and to see and just to see like how we still consider everybody and we still like love even if they moved on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was
don't know.
I was the same way though, bro, with the whole Dia de los Muertos. Like I mean, I'm half Mexican and half Salvadorian, right? So my dad never really talked about none of that shit. And my oldest one, I think she was seven or eight, and she did what do they call it? Like an altar, right?
Mhm.
So she did a picture of one of my best friends that had passed away, and she put it there, and then she did like the sugar skulls and this. And I'm like, what the hell is she doing? She's that Dia de los Muertos. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, do you know?
Yeah.
But it hit me hard because she had put him, and then she put she asked me for a picture of my grandfather and a picture of her mom's grandma. So she did like her own little altar and shit like that, and it kind of hit me. I'm like, damn, like this is like the one day that you can actually like,
Similar to it. Yeah.
well, celebrate their life and like not forget them because in life you just keep going, bro, and it's not like you forget people, but you're just moving on. You're just going with the day. You're just in motion, so you tend not to remember or just kind of let go of certain things for a little bit because you're already in the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, that now like every year, we're always putting little stuff up or whatever. So yeah, I trip out. But that's why when you said the whole LA thing, I want to go. I even want to go to Mexico to visit my aunt in the cemetery because they say they do like a whole
Yeah, they do a big old
yeah,
thing.
bro, like massive. So I want to go check that out too.
So maybe we'll add that to the list to do to check out this time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to touch on anything about Dia de los Muertos.
No, I think we could save it. I think we could save it for the when we get Danny,
All right.
because we'll have him on and we'll talk about the day events and we can talk about what it means.
True. Okay. So you want to do No Manches or what?
Should we do no manches? Let's fuck it. I'll start it off.
Go for it.
Hey, my no manches is look, fuckers. I know some of you guys don't believe in ghosts. Okay, I get it. You've never seen shit. You never experienced. But don't downplay my shit. If I'm tripping out, if I'm spazzing out on something, ask me, are you okay? And if I tell you I'm tripping out because I feel this type of way, don't look at me like I'm an idiot. Don't look at me like I'm fucking, don't laugh at me. Fool, my feelings count too, okay? So that's all I ask. If you're a non-believer,
Thugs need love too.
hey, thugs need love too. But if you're a non-believer, hey, don't make fun of your believer friend. Give him a hand. Help her or him out. You don't know what type of trauma these ghosts have fucking put them through. So, anyways, that's my No Manches.
You want to go up here?
Yeah, man. I mean, basically touching on what he said, like a lot of it sounds like stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it sounds like a good ass story or like a movie, but yeah, man. Like I felt shit. I've been touched. I've been pushed into the couch while I was sleeping. You know what I mean? No manches way. You know
I
what I
thought
mean?
you were talking about a date. We said
Oh,
push
no,
it
you're
And
getting
that's when you
freaky.
take a date to a horror movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, fuck, just don't take it with a grain of salt. It's crazy, bro. Especially when it gets closer to Halloween. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
I see. My No Manches. All right. I'm going to line it up a little bit, dog.
What's up?
Because you guys are all depressing about all this. It's more with trick-or-treating and shit.
What's up?
So, my No Manches.
You still go trick or treat?
No, this is what I'm going to say. So, like these last couple of years, I usually give candy out, right?
Mhm.
But last year, because of work, like I didn't have time to do shit. So, No Manches to all the people that go trick-or-treating. You see my fucking lights are off. You see my door is closed. There's no sign of life in my house, right? Don't go knock on my door. I'm not going to give you candy. If I was going to give you candy, I'll be standing outside. You see some lights on. You see fucking a little pot or something there, right? No Manches. Like, don't go fucking knocking on people's houses expecting to get candy when they're not giving.
Okay, I got a question for you.
All right.
Did you have decorations outside? Was your house at any point, or
Look-
any way, shape, or form,
Look Festivus.
did it look Halloweenish?
Yes.
And then you fucking gotta give candy.
No. but
I'm gonna
that's the
knock in
point.
your house even if the fucking lights are off.
No, my man.
Nah.
No, I
if-
am.
if the-
Hey, why are you celebrating Halloween then, fool?
It's decoration.
So celebrate part of it, but not give me candy? A la chingada.
hey, it's
Give me
like,
candy, homie.
hey, homie, so I'm going to go knock on your door when it's...
If I don't have a Halloween shit up, not fool.
So on Christmas time, I'm going to go fucking knock on your door and I expect a fucking Christmas gift. Because you have
That's
decorations up.
different.
You have Christmas
Wait,
lights
wait.
up. 'Cause you have Christmas
That's not what
lights up.
Christmas is about.
It's about
Chris-
giving...
No,
It's
fool.
about
Carol.
family
If
and
you
giving-
carol outside, fool, I'll give you some cookies, fool. You stand outside caroling
This
and
guy,
shit,
you better get some hot chocolate and some
hot chocolate,
churros,
some
way.
shit. Fool, it's hot over there, fool. I'll give you some fucking ceviche or something.
No mames, way.
It's hot in Redlands, fool.
No, but my whole point is it's pretty obvious to people that are giving candy, especially on my
fool, but
street.
you gotta
Oh,
understand.
so to touch on that, like no manches, right? No manches on the people. Like there's people that leave a bowl of candy outside, like and good shit, right? And you got the trick or treaters that come up, right or wrong. They come up and they're like, you don't just grab one. They fucking pour the whole
Well,
fucking
I
thing
would
in
disagree
their
with
bag.
you. Don't leave that shit out there.
True.
I'm gonna take a bunch of it, fool. That one I have to go walk. I could just ma.
Why fool? The whole goal is to fucking have the bag.
I know. Hey,
To see who
the
got the
real
most.
shit is no manches to the fools that put the fake people there and then they fucking scare you with it. No, my man.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think I want to do something like that.
You should.
Yeah.
Like, I want to scare people and shit.
You sure?
Why
Because
don't
it was
you-
just party pooping right now.
But unfortunately, this Halloween, I'm not gonna be home. I'll be in Santa Barbara, so it's gonna be like I know.
Oh.
So I'm gonna get all the ring notifications on my door because even though the fucking lights are off
You better not have
and nobody's home and
Do
shit,
you have Halloween shit up right now?
I'm about to be put.
No,
out
don't
today.
fucking put it. Don't put it.
Don't fucking put do it.
I put that thing that says no trick or treat.
No trick or treat.
No trick or
Uh,
treat. Anyways,
yeah, like we said, it's been a weird month. If it's perfect, there's a lot of shit going on in the world, and I don't know if it has to do with October or Halloween, but
how many Diddy masks you think are gonna be out there this fucking Halloween?
Oh,
that would be a fucking hilarious
dude,
ass
that's
costume.
gonna be
dog.
Diddy cost. Come on, fool. He's gonna come out with the shiny suit like in Mace with Mace and shit.
Bad, bad,
get
bad
that money.
boy.
Make that money.
Take that. Take
Take that. You know? Well, yeah, it's gonna be. Come on, bro. Just because of that, it's gonna be Diddy, R. Kelly, and maybe even fucking Bill Cosby. Fool.
Yo, I just got an idea.
The three of us.
We should dress up as Diddy, R. Kelly, and
And
fucking
Bill
Michael
Cosby.
Jackson, dog.
Damn. No, Michael Jackson was debunked.
I don't know.
It has to be Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Anyways,
That's
Anyways.
crazy.
No, we want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a good October, even though it's been a crazy one. Stay safe with all the shit that's going on out there. Be careful with the diddler. Be careful with earthquakes. Be
Diddler.
careful with hurricanes. Be careful with Bigfoot. We didn't even touch on Bigfoot being caught on camera.
He was caught on camera?
Apparently, yeah, he got caught on camra. TMZ had it out there.
oh my god, you believe TMZ fool?
Yeah,
You,
fool, a
you
lot
hear
of-
it first.
A lot of news stations had it and shit about
I always trip out on them fools. That's another no matches. How the fuck are TMZ fools always at the right place at the right time?
No, it wasn't the TMZ crew, fool.
They just had the footage.
It was the footage, and TMZ put the footage out there.
Oh,
So this person put it on social media and other networks, and TMZ have to put it out there too. So, anyways, stay safe. Be careful.
Peace out, guys.
Make sure you guys. Hey, actually, we got to give a warning. Be careful with the candy stuff you guys get because
candy apples, razor blades,
be careful with
shit
all
like
that shit because people are lacing it. You know.
Oh yeah.
Diddy shit. Fucking
No, they
lacing
are
shit.
with fentanyl and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So be careful with all that shit.
And if you have Halloween parties, hit us up.
Yeah, as long as they're not like the Diddy parties,
Yeah,
we're dope with it.
Yeah, I don't want an all white party, dog.
Yeah,
No baby lotion, please.
There you go. Peace out.